Hey everybody, and welcome to The Reason We Can't Have Nice Things. Today you'll be joining me for Student Council, which I'm presuming will have something to do with Glimmer Shimmer finally getting to do something again. Although, with the way things have been going, that'll be most likely getting thrown in at the deep end once more. Well, that's enough of my predictions for what's going to happen, because I'm always wrong. Let's find out, shall we?
I know how hard you've been working lately.
Well, there is Glimmer Shimmer and the Grape and Flower Pool Trixie.
Thing, but my job doesn't really seem like work.
What?
Speaking of,
What? What was that? And yeah, there we go, just abandoned like that.
sure,
And back already, okay.
being counselor for the students at Twilight's School of Friendship is demanding, but
Okay, so apparently she has got a lot to do now.
being able to use the experiences of my checkered past to help young students feels pretty great.
A checkered past, that's one way of putting it.
It is a little all-consuming, and I miss spending time with you.
What are you talking about? We're spending time right now.
No, you're not. She's spending time, you're getting called away every few seconds. Yeah, that'd be the reaction I'd have as well. Eating a sandwich.
I cast a spell on the door to my office, so this bracelet goes off whenever there's a knock. Yona is having the worst time with her braids lately.
Wow, really? Really? She's ditching Trixie like this because Yona's having a bad hair day. So yeah. The Grape and Flower Pool Trickle wants to spend time with Glimmer, and she's just getting called away because someone's having trouble with their hair. Little bit of situational awareness. Be nice to your friends. Although, to be fair, it is her job, so...
I totally respect my younger cousin's decisions to stay sea ponies, but they've never been on dry land. Preparing for a visit with them is almost as much work as the research assignment Head Mayor Twilight gave me on hazardous fauna of the Everfree Forest.
Whoa, okay, yeah, she suddenly did get very busy. A lot of ponies needed a lot of help.
Silverstream, there are a lot of students who want to see me today.
I just need a few sour adjectives that don't rely on the wet part.
Well, there's clean, relaxing,
Relaxing? I don't know. A nap's relaxing too. Warm and clean are okay. Wow, I have to give this some more thought.
Then go and do that. There's a lot more work to
I'm
do.
here to help. My door's always open.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Except for today, of course.
Woo, okay. Wow, he obviously had some serious problems and you've just blocked that off.
It's almost spring break. Twilight and the others have already left to celebrate the spring solstice in Canterlot.
And so they've all buggered off and left poor Glim Glam to deal with the fallout. No, come on, just let this last one through. He's having problems, serious problems.
The party Maud and Mudbriar are throwing. Sunburst
What?
is coming to town.
Ooh, okay.
You and I promised to make the cake.
Oh dear.
How could I possibly forget about that?
Well, possibly because you're so incredibly distracted by everyone needing help. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't want to mess with that look either.
No pony is saying your job isn't important, but plans you make with your friends are important too.
Yes, that is true. And especially if it's something you have agreed to do for a big event. Yes, live up to your obligations. If you can. Which isn't always possible. For various reasons. Sorry.
Sunburst wants us to pick up a genuine pre-equestrian spring solstice chafing dish from the antique shop. Of course he does.
Hey, it's got to be authentic. Got to be authentic for Beard Bone.
We were both looking forward to Mrs. Cake teaching us the secret recipe to her famous spring solstice cake.
Oh, I totally am. But we could just buy a cake from her.
Oh, did she just suggest that?
We could just buy a cake from her.
We could, but then we'd miss out on baking together.
Yes.
Plus, the time I spent flattering and convincing and begging her to share the recipe would be for nothing.
Yep, there is that. But to be fair, the together part is the important bit. She wants to spend time with her friend. I can understand that. And she also kind of wants to save her from that job, I think. Okay, she's doing it for the wrong reasons, but...
Why don't I just hang on to this? Wouldn't want to forget the things I just said I'd take care of. Because I am totally gonna take care of them.
No, you're not. You're gonna be too busy, something's gonna go wrong, and you're gonna let the only person you've really, properly, truly connected with on a villainous level down.
I need a bouquet of flowering sticks stat.
I thought I was getting the flowering sticks.
Flowering sticks?
Right, got it. You get the sticks, I'll get the streamers. Right after I take care of what I'm sure is an even smaller student problem than the last one.
Ditch that bracelet. Put a sign up on the door saying that you're out for half an hour and ditch the bracelet now. What? So that's what flowering sticks are. They are sticks with flowers glued to them. Okay?
Now, Smolder, I understand
Okay, we've
school
had a bit
can
of a
be
fight.
crafty, but that doesn't mean you can breathe fire anywhere you want.
Oh! That was not accidental. The look on her face then, that was not an accident. Right, so this is having an identity crisis.
Wait, Mrs. Cake! You can't close. Trixie and I need to learn the recipe for your Equinox cake.
Oh, it's fine, dear. Trixie was already here.
Oh dear.
What? No! Oh, the great and powerful Trixie might keep her promises, but the busy and distracted Starlight sure doesn't.
Yeah.
I promised to help her today, and I haven't done a single thing.
And unfortunately, she doesn't seem to understand that it's because she has a very demanding job at the school.
Your hope is glowing.
Of course it is.
There we go.
I am so sorry about today. I'm just so
Busy, I know. Obviously, your students are more important than your friends.
That's not...
Starlight, you have a minute?
This is not going well.
Actually, Silverstream, I don't.
Oh, there we go.
Besides, I need to lock up the school for the holiday, and it's time you caught the train home. I'm sure a smart and capable student like you can figure out the solution to any problem over the break.
Apart from anything else, the problems that she's been having could be dealt with a thesaurus. Okay, that was not a happy look, though.
I have a cake to bake.
Wow, Glimmer is really trapped between a rock and a hard place with this.
Is this cake supposed to be so sharp?
Okay.
I mean, it looks really interesting.
Technically, it's not symmetrical or aesthetically pleasing.
Someone hit him with something very hard right now. If only there was a stick or a rock nearby. But no, yeah, Starlight really is trapped between a rock and a hard place here because her students need her. And her friends desperately need her. And she's in a no-win situation because she can't choose between them.
What's wrong?
I'm Terramar, Silverstream's brother. I've been looking all over for you. Silverstream is missing!
Okay, Trixie, come on, a little bit more concerned than that. I know she kept your friend from you, but...
Silverstream didn't come home?
I was supposed to meet her at the Mount Eris train station, but she never showed up!
So there we go. It is official now, though, that Terramar is Silverstream's brother. I don't know if that was seen in an episode before, but I remember it was hinted at in the magazine comic once. I honestly can't remember if it's been an episode. I'm sorry.
I know she had a big project due for Twilight. Do you think she might have stayed to finish it?
She never told me about a project.
Well, to be fair, you closed your office the last time she came by.
Really?
Oh, don't do that, Trixie. Don't try and put the blame down on her for this. You are just as responsible as she is.
Starlight has always gone out of her way for her students. And I mean always.
Except apparently when it matters. This is all my fault.
No, it's not your fault. If anything, you are the one with the least blame in this.
I should have known it couldn't last. Party perfection is more of a Pinky thing.
I wasn't going
Right.
to say anything.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I would not blame Starlight at all if she just vanished for a week, went off the radar, spent some time alone without anyone demanding everything of her.
Any creature?
Nope, apparently the school is actually abandoned. Not abandoned, empty, whatever.
Did you check her room?
Wow, really? All this and no one thought to check the place that she's been sleeping.
She's not here.
No, she isn't.
But there is a light left on.
But look at this.
A cockatrice?
What?
Could that be what her project was on?
What? Why? Why would they set a project like this and then not have it very heavily supervised? If there is anything that is needed to be known by more than just researching them, they should have been very heavily supervised and at least had Fluttershy with them. Because these are not safe creatures.
I'm the one who didn't do my job when it actually mattered.
I might share a bit of the blame.
Might share a bit of the blame? No, you share a large portion of the blame, as does everyone else.
We think she went in to do research on cockatrices.
What? The gaze of the cockatrice is known to petrify any who dare to cross its path.
Yes, it is. So why was this even set as a project?
I have experience with the dangerous creatures of Everfree Forest.
Yes, you've been killed by nearly all of them. No, been nearly killed by all of them. I got that the wrong way around, but the point is still there.
The great and directionally astute Trixie says we go left.
Always start with left. If you don't know which way to go, left is as good as any other direction. Okay, you can smell cockatrice in the air, and you know which way the wind is blowing. Congratulations. Okay, not even wandering in circles now, you're just wandering backwards and forwards. Yeah. Okay, yes, that's definitely dirt. Hopefully.
Usually, when there's a dangerous creature in the forest I don't want to meet, this is how I meet them.
We might need a more concrete plan.
Actually, in this world, that's about as concrete as you need.
The cockatrice prefers rocky terrain and ample shade.
Rocks and shade. I can't imagine where we'll find that in a forest.
Technically, pine trees like Pinus cembra or Pinus sylvestris can grow from narrow crevasses or cracks in a rocky rhizosphere.
You complete me.
Okay, yes, they are definitely solitary creatures, it seems.
I thought you said they were solitary.
They are. This must be some kind of migration.
Oh, good! At just the wrong time. They're all gathering together.
It's just lucky we're all over here and they're all over there.
Except for the ones that aren't.
Technically,
Don't even say it.
Thank you.
Don't look at them. Their gaze can turn you to stone.
So what do we do?
Yeah, that'd be my plan. And, of course, have a Fluttershy to hand. Yeah, that's why even if you can't look, you've got to keep your eyes open. It's another no-win situation. Whoa, okay.
Starlight, I'm so sorry.
Wow. Yeah, never surprise someone who is inherently potentially deadly and terrified.
The fucking is coming from everywhere!
The great and powerful Trixie fears no clutch.
Right. You know what your best move here is? Strike a nice pose and then open your eyes.
Maud, we've got to get out of here. I'm not leaving him.
Well, now he really is the perfect boyfriend for her.
Mudbrier's been turned to stone?
I didn't think I could love him anymore.
Okay, that is really creepy. She actually does like him as a rock. So she's probably actually going to be okay if he doesn't get turned back, which kind of a sentiment I share there. Well, she just looked at one and didn't turn to rock, so... Oh, okay. The friendship treehouse, clubhouse, whatever they're calling it. So is this actually going to finally come into its own and do something properly?
There could be hundreds more cockatrices on the way. If this really is a migration, it'll take a full lunar cycle to complete.
Because reasons, I suppose?
And as handsome as Mudbriar is now, we should probably catch one of them to turn him back to normal.
Because that's how it works.
I'm never taking time off for my counseling duties again.
That seems a little extreme.
Really? If I hadn't galloped off to a holiday celebration, Silverstream would be safe with her family.
To be fair, she probably is. She just missed the train and had to take a later one or
We're
something.
surrounded by a flock of petrifying chicken snakes, and Maud's boyfriend was turned into a hunk of rock!
You got the hunk part right.
That's creepy.
We have no idea if Silverstream even came to Everfree at all, but I have no idea where else to look!
Again, possibly the Friendship Clubhouse?
Oh, that's the student's treehouse. Apparently it grew from the Tree of Harmony and...
And the penny drops. Yeah, she's actually not dragging him to the treehouse, is she? She's just sort of dragging him off somewhere else to spend some quality time together.
Silverstream, look out! Counselor Starlight, no!
Yeah, I'm guessing that's not the same one. That's a little different. Okay.
This is Edith. She's helping me with my project.
Edith, the weirdly coloured cockatrice. It's a shiny cockatrice. Whatever.
I'm so sorry. Once Edith volunteered to help, I guess I lost track of time. Cockatrices are really friendly if you know how to interact with them.
How? Do you know how to interact with them?
I can't believe you figured out how to trigger her nesting response.
What?
They are really fascinating creatures. Did you know that they migrate to the Everfree Forest once a year?
I think they figured it out. So how? What? They're really friendly if you figure out how to get them all broody and nesty then?
Technically, I will always be a stick pony, but the experience has given me an even deeper appreciation for the density and permanence of rock.
Swoon.
I hate him. I literally hate him.
Thank you for everything you did to help find her.
I just wish I hadn't abandoned her in the first place.
Starlight, you didn't abandon her.
Kind of did a little bit.
You can't be expected to supervise your students every second of every day.
No, that's the problem. She is expected to supervise them every second of every day. And that's what's caused this whole thing. She had to supervise them and the rest of her life, and it all got on top of her.
Do you think if I had set times to see me, it might help you decide what you really need to talk about?
To be honest, you really weren't very helpful with the other stuff anyway.
Yeah, wait, what?
Okay. I never thought that I would hate Silverstream just a little bit, but after everything that Starlight did, she says that she wasn't really that helpful after all. That was not very kind. Okay, it may have been a little bit honest, but there's a time to hold back on the truth, and seeing when someone has suffered as much as Starlight did, after trying to help her, that would have been a time to go, maybe, you know what, I'm going to be a little bit diplomatic about this one. She may not have been that helpful, but I'm going to keep that to myself. So yeah, we got a nice bit of character progression in this one. Trixie learned that her friendship with people can get a little bit overbearing, and spending time with someone isn't the only important thing in the world when they are having their own troubles. You know, as we saw, Starlight was very, very busy, and the right way to go about that was not to drag her away from those responsibilities. I mean, yes, okay, she had promised to help out with other things beforehand, but practically not, almost literally dragging her away from these things when you could have in fact gone, look, yes, okay, you're busy, I understand, let's find some way to help you through this. You know, maybe we could reschedule for later on today or something, or, you know, you can deal with your students for an hour and then say, look, sorry, I need to be busy for the rest of the day, and then go and do it. Not just, you know what I want to do with you is more important than what everyone else wants to do with you. Come with me or else. Though I would like to call myself up on something a little earlier that I would like to rethink, is that when she said about Yona having real trouble with her braids, and I said, wow, that's it, she's been keeping her busy because Yona's had a bad hair day. A little problem can feel massive to certain people. I know this. I have had problems that other people would try that again using real words. I have had problems that other people would look at and go, really? That's what you're worrying about? And yes, that's what I'm worrying about. And yes, it feels huge and devastating when you're going through it. I mean, okay, a lot of the time you can look back on these things and go, wow, was I really panicking about X, Y, Z? And that just feels stupid. But at the time, these little problems can be debilitating and a sign of something bigger going on. So I would like to call myself up on that and take back that whole that she's been keeping her distracted all day for her hair. So yeah, the pony I felt really sorry for in this one is Starlight. Like I say, she was in a no-win situation for most of that episode. She had students monopolizing her time. She had friends trying to monopolize her time. She had other obligations that she'd agreed to trying to monopolize her time, and she didn't have the time for it. She tried to do it all, and no one seemed to appreciate what she was going through until the end there, which again is probably how it was supposed to go, and in fact quite possibly how it would go if that situation ever actually arose. You see, Trixie, she could only really see that her friend had been taken away from her, and that the things she'd agreed to do weren't able to happen because other people were taking up her time. She didn't realise that these other people had problems of their own that they needed dealt with. The other ponies and other people, everyone else, they thought they were just taking up a couple of minutes of Starlight's time to help them out with problems, which they were. And of course, they all were. And if every pony in that queue held her for just a couple of minutes, that's her entire day gone. So nobody really seemed to realise the situation that they were putting Starlight in, and she was trying to deal with it all. And well, we saw how it ended up with panic and near destruction, and Mudbriar sadly getting turned back from stone. But yes, in the end, a solution has been reached. Starlight is only going to be available during school hours, I presume, which I'd have thought would be the case anyway, but I've never really had dealings with any guidance counsellors. I mean, when I was at school, the only guidance counsellor we had was the careers guidance counsellor, who looked at you and said, right, what job do you want to do when you leave here? I don't know. Well, what do you enjoy doing? Well, I enjoy doing lots of stuff and none of it at school. And then they go, right, okay, well, to go and be an administrator. Yeah, there are jobs opening up in computers all over the world. Go and be an administrator and get out of my office. That's the sort of guidance counsellor we had when I was at school. And if you had any serious problems, well, then you were knackered, weren't you? And I really did have some problems that a guidance counsellor like Glimmer Shimmer would have been really useful for at school. Someone like her may have actually been able to help. Oh well, that's enough getting real. I honestly don't know where my thoughts are going with this one. I did enjoy the episode. It did have a good theme to it. And I'm just glad that things eventually came right for Starlight and her friends and students to a degree. So if there's any themes you think I've missed, feel free to stick them down in the comments if you want to, or don't if you don't want to. And join me next time for whatever the episode is. Thanks for watching. Everybody be good. Bye-bye.
I crept up into the barn. I was so scared to look inside, but I had to.
Now, Smolder, I understand the school can be a bit drafty, but that doesn't mean you can breathe fire anywhere you want.
I'm not quite sure how to tell you this, but your hoof is glowing.
Party perfection is more of a pinky thing.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Then shut up.
She's not here.
No, she isn't. But look at this.
You go that way. I'll go home.